Hi there, knitters. It's October 7th, 2016, and I thought I'd pop in today on this beautiful fall day, blustery day, to say hello. It's been a busy time, and I looked back to see the last time I did a video podcast, and it's been at least 3 months. So I think I'm overdue, and I hope you're still out there and that you'll want to catch up with me a little bit. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about, I went to Knit City for the first time last weekend. So today's a Friday and I got home just this past Monday, and I thought I would talk a little bit about Knit City and then just talk about a couple yarn acquisitions that I picked up along the way. I have a little bitty start to a project that I'm going to talk about. I have lots of design things that I'm working on, but I can't really talk about those too much. So I don't have anything too exciting on that end, but I have a finished pair of socks I thought I'd share. And that's about it. So I think what I'll start with is just, I think I'll start with just to show you what I just cast on today. So my daughter is running cross country this year, and she has like they call it a sister, so you get assigned somebody on the team, and then you get them little gifts every week for the meets. And they did this with swimming and soccer, and I don't know, I always think, oh, there's got to be a sport where you don't have to buy someone gifts every single week, but I found out there is not a sport like that. So it kind of falls on the parents quite a bit, I think, in my opinion, to try to put together, something not super expensive, but just something kind of nice. So a lot of times it involves candy or just a little something. And through the years, I have made mittens and hats. I guess mainly that's it, mittens and hats for various sisters for different sports. So I decided today that I would cast on. I have this beautiful ball of, I just wound it this morning from I didn't let the tag, so I'm not going to have the, I don't have the color name with me, but it's from the Lemonade Shop. It's Heather Rhodes' beautiful yarn, and it's just this really fun kind of eye-searing yellow, highlighter yellow, and then it has these beautiful different colors, hot pink, and even like a navy blue and a teal and a purple. So what I did was I cast this on this morning, and I'm just going to make a small pair of mittens for her. And I think they're going to be really cute. I really like the way it's knitting up right now. So that's all the farther I am on that, so that's not very exciting. I just cast it on this morning. We're going to be driving to a cross-country meet later today, and so I will throw this in a bag and knit on it in the car, which will give me maybe an hour at the very most, maybe 45 minutes at the most, I don't know. But so I have a little cuff. It's not for the meet for today. I thought maybe for next week that she could give them to her. And I think it's just like a super fun yarn to have in a pair of mittens. I think that's kind of cute, because I was trying to think of a hat, but I don't know about this yellow can maybe up on your, I don't know if a lot of people can wear that color successfully. I don't know. I think I could not. I've got kind of olive skin, and it doesn't look good with a lot of shades of yellow. So, oh, these are my signature. I know I'll get asked. So these are the signature Needle Arts double pointed needles. So it's signatureneedlearts.com. I always get the 6-inch length double pointed needle, and then I have all the double points come with this super sharp point, this stiletto point that they have. So that's what that is. Now, I was going to talk about this later, but I might as well show it now. I am putting this fantastic yellow, colorful ball of yarn in this gorgeous bag that I received as a gift at Knit City just last weekend. And this is made by Jody of Mrs. Brown's bags and of the Grocery Girls, and it's the bee splat fabric. So cute, and it says honey in some of those hexagons there. It's just really cute, and I love it. It's so colorful. It kind of reminded me of the yarn, and it has this really pretty yellow inside. They're so funny. The Grocery Girls, who are sisters, who I'll talk about a little bit later too. They're really givers. They like to give a lot. I find that so endearing, kind of charming. But they call me, I don't know why, but they call me Queen Bee. So they gave me the bee bag, and then of course a bee charm on the bag. It's kind of out of focus there, but you can see it's all sparkly. And then this on this end, it's really cute. It's let's see, there we go. It's kind of a honey pot with a bee on it. And then when you open it up, there's a bee with a crown in there. It's kind of blurry, but you get the idea. Yeah, so I thought that was really cute. They went to a lot of effort to do that, so that was really cute. And this is Mrs. Brown's bags. All right, so that's the bag that I have, the cute little mitten cuff that I just started today. So I only have about a little over an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter done on that. So so that's kind of fun. I can talk about my socks that I finished. I have a big stack of stuff over here. And I have these socks that I finished from Knit Circus. There's my phone. So just a minute, please. So I got my dental appointment reminder on the phone, just so no one's worried out there, and hopefully the phone won't ring again. So I finished while I was in Vancouver at Knit City. I finished the Knit Circus Extreme Gradient Stripe socks that I had started, and I used, I bought a 100-gram set of the 2 matching cakes, the Knit Circus matching sock set. They come in 2 matching cakes, and you can buy them in smaller sizes, smaller total grams. So the one I happened to buy was 100 grams. So that's a lot of yarn for a pair of socks for me, because my feet are pretty, I think they're pretty average size. I think a 7.5 might be pretty average size for a woman's foot. So I don't really need that much yarn, but I extended the cuff a little bit. So I did a 3-inch 2x2 cuff. I used my Smooth Operator Socks pattern, which is available on Ravelry if you'd like to check that out. But I did a 3-inch cuff with the thought that I would turn it down, which I think is really kind of cute and cozy looking. And then I went out for lunch with Jala Spyro, the dyer at Knit Circus Yarns, and she explained to me what extreme stripe sock set are just a striping gradient sock set. So the extreme sets, what that means is that the gradient is in both of the stripes. So a regular striping gradient would just have one of the stripes switching colors as a gradient, and then the extreme stripes, both of the stripes switch. So you can see that this is actually really light gray up here and a yellow. Then it gets, okay, so I was saying that the gradient, the extreme gradient stripes, both of the stripes change. So we start up here with a light gray and a yellow, and it moves into a darker gray, into a green, and then you can see the gray is getting even darker. We're switching into kind of a teal color and an aqua and a gray, and then the gray starts getting really dark, and we're into this purple and gray, very dark stripe. And I thought of this idea. So the problem with a gradient is that sometimes you don't get to all the fun colors. So what I thought I would do is pull from the inside of the yarn cake and start the sock and get all the way down, you know, to the toe where I'm close to getting to all the colors, but not quite. But then I thought if I pull from the outside of the cake for the heel, when I come back and do the afterthought heel, what a great way to ensure that you get all the colors in that gradient sock yarn. So that was my big idea for this one, which I think they are really cute and adorable, and I love the fun little heel that is a different color. And I'm telling you, I'm crazy over this heel, this afterthought heel that is in the Smooth Operator sock. It's kind of my take on an afterthought heel, and I have lots of kind of different tips and tricks for how to do an afterthought heel. I have a rounder Kitchener stitch. You know, in the Kitchener stitch, you can kind of get those little, I think they call them dog ears, but those like points at each side of the Kitchener stitch. And I have a way that you can make that rounder. And anyway, it's just a really nice heel. This, I did the original decrease line on both the toe and the heel, and then the rounder Kitchener stitch. And I have another option too for the decrease in the heel and the toe that you can use if you'd like. And here we go. And I'm getting just better and better at picking up that little tough spot on the sock. And I haven't had to kind of, you know, stitch it up or anything lately. I've kind of got that down really good now that I've done a bunch of pairs of socks with these. So anyway, I'm very, very excited about these. I can't wait to wear them. It's starting to get kind of chilly out, but we've had an unusually warm fall where it's like 70 degrees. It's cooling down a bit at night. We haven't had any frost. And I kind of measure that because my birthday was earlier this week, and usually by my birthday it's sweater weather, so you can wear a sweater on my birthday. So right now it looks like it's about 68 degrees out, which is really warm, I think, in my opinion. A couple yarn acquisitions that I got. I've been really, for so long, wanting to try this Marigold Jen yarn. And I love that tag with the flower, the marigold and the lamb's mouth there. I think that's so cute. And it's just marigoldjen.etsy.com. Her name is Jenny Porter, and I've been a longtime admirer, but I have not used her yarn yet. And this one that I'm going to show you it says Socktober Carolina Fiber Guild. So I don't know if this was a yarn that was a special colorway, or I'm not sure what that's all about, but this one's called Ghost Walk, so it's kind of a Halloween themed yarn, but it's very subtle, so it's not, you know, like Halloween in your face. It's kind of more of a subtle take on it. Sock weight yarn, 75% merino and 25% nylon. It's got 463 yards, but this is the yarn. I think that's lovely, and I think it's autumnal and kind of fallish, but it could be worn anytime, and kind of Halloween themed too, with the orange and the charcoal and then the green and the purple in there too. But I just think that is beautiful. And her yarns, I don't know what it is about them. They have such kind of a glow to them. And then I got this other one. This one's a high twist MCN, and it's 80% merino, 10% nylon, 10% cashmere. This one's 400 yards, so it's a little bit plumper than the other one for 100 grams. And it is called Lazy Days, and I think that is just gorgeous. So this is variegated yarn, and I think I might find like a nice contrast to put in for the cuff, heel, and toe on this one. Maybe even just like a nice gray or something would look good, because there's a lot of gray in there. So that would look really nice. But I love these. I think they are gorgeous and so pretty. And I'm excited because I have not used that before. Wow, look at all that. It's like something kind of elegant about it. I don't know what it is. It's just really pretty. And she sent along a small mini skein of 75 merino, 75% merino, 20% nylon, and then a 5% stellina. And I'm trying to see in the light, but it's a gold stellina, which is really pretty. And I haven't had a gold stellina before. I don't know if it'll focus or not, but it's really pretty. Anyway, I like it. I like the color. I think that's a great idea to send a little sample. Try to keep people going on that. All right, now I'm going to talk for a bit. Oh, I have two books that aren't related to the Vancouver, and I was just going to briefly share them. I purchased this book, Woolens, by Jared Flood of Brooklyn Tweed. It's a book of knitted accessories, and it is just such a beautiful book. You know, Jared's photography is just gorgeous. I just want to point it out. There are scarves, hats, cowls, shawls, all sorts of things in here that are just so pretty. That one's called Seeds. Very simple. There's color work. There are cabled things and a bit of brioche. This shawl is really stunning. I love it. Called Red Shift. So anyway, you might want to take a look at that. I don't know how many patterns are actually in there, but it's just so pretty. I love the way it's just so simple and cleanly shot with very simple backgrounds. And anyway, very beautiful book. Congratulations to Jared Flood and the lovely people at Brooklyn Tweed for another successful book. And then I posted this one on my Instagram because, and oh yeah, and this one's photographed by Jared Flood too. So there's a double Jared Flood plug, but this one's called Nora Gaughan's Knitting Cable Source Book. And it's a breakthrough guide to knitting with cables and designing your own. And it has more than 150 stitch patterns. Just Nora Gaughan's just been one of my favorite knitters forever, and I don't want to show the pattern, but there's one, you get some full patterns in here, and then you get a lot of just stitch patterns too. So, you know, who doesn't love a good resource book? And you really can't go wrong with this. I mean, she is just clever and talented, and I'm an admirer. So very stunning book on cables. So if you're interested in that, and I sure am. So here's another top-down pullover sweater that she designed. That would be really fun, just with the cables going down the front. Anyway, I love it. So if you want to check out, those are a couple really great books that you could check out if you're looking to add to your library this fall. All right, so let's talk about Knit City a little bit. I have some things to share. I got there on Friday, and I had met I had plans to meet the Grocery Girls, Tracy and Jody, who are sisters who do the Grocery Girls podcast. They're from Edmonton, and I don't know how to explain. I'll try not to go on and on about it too much, but they are the biggest celebrities in at that event. People were falling all over them. These two beautiful, fun sisters. I'd walk with them places. I couldn't believe it. People were showering them with gifts, telling them how much they loved them, just going crazy over these, wanting pictures and selfies. And oh my gosh, I got such a kick out of it. They just started this podcast last February. They have thousands of subscribers. They have people just waiting on pins and needles for their latest podcast. And it's just really fun to see. I just enjoyed the whole thing. I loved being with them. I loved seeing how excited everyone was about them. They're very deserving. They have a family business of a grocery store. They only have their podcast on YouTube. So if you just type in the Grocery Girls, and I'll put links in too, but you should definitely subscribe. And they podcast once a week. They live right on the same block. And their parents live right there too. And then their grocery store is right there too. You know, they're all within just a minute away from each other. And they're just very enjoyable. I really love them. I thought from watching them that I thought, yeah, I really could hang out with those two, and I think we'd have a really nice time. And we did. So we met on Friday for dinner, and then we walked over to the event, and I thought it was cute because Jody had contacted me on Instagram and said, hey, do you want to have dinner? Or we'd love to take you out for dinner in Vancouver. And I didn't have any plans, so I said, oh, that'd be great. I would love that. And I said, when would you like to go? And I said, Friday would be fine for me. And then she said, yeah, I was thinking Friday because we might become best friends and we might want to hang out for the whole weekend. So if we started on Friday, that'd be a really good place to start. So I thought that was so cute. And we did. We hung out the whole rest of the time. We went to dinner again. We had lunch. We went to the lectures that they had together. But anyway, that first night we had dinner at a Vietnamese restaurant right across the street, and it was really good. And then we walked over to the market, or no, the whole thing for Knit City is held in this area. It's almost like a fairgrounds or something like but the market in my classes was held in a hockey rink, which without the ice, obviously, and the market was on the huge floor of the hockey rink. And then my classroom was almost like, it was sort of like a team room or a locker room kind of thing. I had to walk all the way to the end of the ice rink and down kind of a sloping hallway, and then my room was right off, and it was really long and narrow. And then they had tables and things in there. So, I mean, it worked out just fine. It was completely fine. So anyway, that was kind of funny. I really kind of enjoyed that. You never know where you're going to end up teaching, but so we went on the way to dinner. I was stopped by this woman named Tracy who gave me a really lovely bag of chocolates and this nice card that had a very nice handwritten note in it, which I love. Attached to that was this Haya stitch needle gauge, and I love that. And then she had a bag of milk chocolate that was wrapped in colored foil in autumn colors, and they were leaf-shaped chocolates, and those are gone because I ate some and then I shared some with my family, so now they're gone. We went to Isolde Teague's lecture on Friday night, and boy, did I enjoy that. I love the chance to get to hear other knitters speak, and I love to be able to, I took Ann Budd's a couple of her classes recently when she came to town in Madison. I took Kristen Nicholas's classes when she came to town in Madison. And you know, it's really good for a knitting instructor to get to go take other instructors' classes because we're always teaching at the same time, so we can never go to other people's classes. And I just really enjoyed hearing Isolde Teague speak. She talked about being inclusive in her sizing of her patterns, and I love her passion for that topic. And she said for her sweater patterns, some of them include up to 20 different sizes, which really kind of blows my mind because I can't imagine the complexity of getting the fit right and the sizing right on some of our sweaters, some of them are complex sweaters. Some of them are very basic sweaters too. But she's impressive, and she's smart, and she was funny, and she had a very humble sense of humor, and I really enjoy that in people when she kind of laughed at herself several times through the thing. Like, for example, one word she was trying to say Eddie Izzard, and she spelled it Ezzy with the Z, and then she just started laughing about it, and she just made fun of it and just moved on. I just thought it was just cute the way she handled it. I thought it was really it's quite sweet. So I really enjoyed that, and boy, is she impressive. She's really. So while I was at the Isolde Teague lecture, we each got a sampler pack of these Sweet Georgia yarns. Sweet Georgia. Passionate, relentless, and unapologetic color. Sweet little sampler. So I chose this one that had these citrusy shades, and I thought they were so cute, and that was very generous of her, so thank you so much. That's Felicia Lowe, the dyer there. And then we went back and went to bed at the hotel, or I did at least. Other people stayed up and knit. I was really tired, had traveled all day too. And then I had class again in the morning. So the next day, the Tracy and Jody met me, and they helped me get all my stuff over to the oh, I'm sorry, there's a weird message on my phone. They helped me cart all my stuff over to the classroom. It was about half a block away. I mean, it was very close, kind of like you just had to cross a street basically to get to the venue. I taught 2 classes. I taught my shawl shapes design, shawl designing class in the morning, and then in the afternoon I taught my string along toys class, which was really fun. I love that class. And I had a really nice groups of students. They were really good knitters, very talented, and I really enjoyed working with them. And the excitement level was so high in that, because the market was opening. The market was just packed full of wonderful vendors, just like local vendors and other like yarn shop, various people, but a lot of Canadian yarn, fun things that you don't see. I don't see at other markets that I've been to, so that was really nice. Brenda was in my class, and she gave me this cute card, and then she also gave me this Canadian Rocky Mountain hand cream. It's apricot and an apricot lip balm too, so that was really sweet. She wanted to give me something Canadian, she said, so now I'll use it because I showed it on here. I'm sure it's probably really good. I'm gonna try some right now. Oh my gosh, it does smell good. I love it. I love a fruity lip balm. I'll take that any day. It's really fun, but it was just nice. Like, people were so friendly and nice, and it was very sweet, the whole thing. So I had lunch with the Grocery Girls, my new best friends, and we had a good time. So that was really good. And then that night I went out to dinner again with the Grocery Girls, Tracy and Jody, which was really fun. We actually went right back to that same Vietnamese place and got a different dish that night. It was just so convenient. There weren't a ton of restaurants around. There were a few in walking distance, and that one was like quick and easy. So I didn't mind at all. Actually, I thought the food was actually very good. So that was fun. So we went back to that place again. And then that night, the lecture was Stephanie Pearl McPhee, one of my all-time favorite knitters around. She's delightful, funny. It was kind of fun to see her in front of her home crowd of Canadians, and she has such a funny take on Canadians and how they're, I don't know, just like I just love her take on like being Canadian and what that means, to her, and I just love it. Anyway, she had the crowd in the palm of her hand. Everyone was laughing. Everyone was out for a really good time, and boy, she is a really good speaker, talented, smart, witty, fast on her feet. She did a question and answer section at the end, which that's always my favorite part. I think I've seen her speak maybe 3 or 4 times, and it's fantastic every time. So I would go every single time she speaks. She's so good. The Knit Social people, Amanda and Fiona, they gave me this bag, a big canvas Knit Social bag. I love it. I love the print on the front. Inside I got a little project bag, Knit City project bag, which is really fun. Those things are great and very useful. And then I got a tape measure, Knit Social tape measure, a candy bar, always good. And then I pulled this out and I thought, what? I couldn't figure out what this was, but it's a dish towel, a Canada dish towel that looks like that. And I love it. I will use that. I'm going to take the tag off and wash it and put it right in my kitchen. So I thought those were cute and useful gifts to give to the teacher. One person that I saw in, I'm sorry, two of my favorite people that I saw had a booth, and I could not wait to see them. It's Jane Richmond and Shannon Cook. They've just released this book called Within. This sweater pattern shot right to #1 on Ravelry, and the back is all like, it's kind of dark and cozy, the entire book. It says knitting patterns to warm the soul, and I can't remember how many patterns are in here, maybe 8 or 9 or 10. But they are the cutest women. They are mothers and just the very sweetest women. One goes by Very Shannon, and the other one is Jane Richmond. So veryshannon.com and janerichmond.com. But they have sweaters, scarves, shawls, hats, mittens, just some really neat cardigans. The photography is, you could just dive into this book and you might want to live here because it's so cozy. They told me they got this model. They found this model, and she's red hair and just the most adorable freckles. And her name is Griffin. And it's Gryffin. And I said, oh my gosh, that's, the whole thing is so cute and wonderful. So there's Griffin. And I love this. Shannon's been doing these kind of heavy worsted weight chunky shawls, and this is in the Cascade Eco, which might even be like a bulky weight yarn or an Aran weight yarn. I'm not even sure, but it's so cute. And anyway, I love the photography. This is that sweater that shot to #1 on Ravelry. It's called Timber, and it's knit in Brooklyn Tweed Shelter. I have a lot of Brooklyn Tweed. Oh, here's a better shot. You can see the whole thing. But it's just very simple. It has pockets. It's in that great color that I can't wear, but I wish I could. Please check this out. It's just the most beautiful book. They do a fantastic job. And also on this one, I got, there was a code on the back, and I could put the patterns into my Ravelry library. And then there were also 2 free bonus patterns that you could make with the rest of that Cascade Eco. I think it was was it a hat and a cowl? Something like that. So I was pretty excited about that, so I used that. I also did a book signing on a Sunday morning, and I was with Unwind Knit and Fiber, their booth, and she mainly does, she's really nice, her name's Kim Fenton, and she does this, a lot of fiber importing from New Zealand. And she gave me this fiber to spin, and it's called Paris Lights, and it's so beautiful. It's just absolutely divine. It's 80% merino, 20% silk. So that was really sweet and a nice gift. I had a nice book signing there, and I want to thank her for hosting me. That's always so wonderful. I also, I had lunch at oh my gosh, River City Yarns booth, and I signed some books there too. They had some of my things there, but the lovely owner of River City Yarns, right? River City Yarns, she gave me some really pretty yarn to play around with. So, okay, so I've got 3 of these, and this autumnal gorgeous yarn of, I don't know if you can see like the orange part, but it's so pretty. It's so fall, and I just love it. And the yarn is called Adam and Eve. Here you can see the tag, Adam and Eve. It says yarn just for River City Yarns. It is a 81% merino, 9% cashmere, 10% nylon, and it's 100% temptation. So I think that would make something really fun. Oh my gosh, I really like it. So it is really squishy and soft and beautiful. And then she was so sweet. She gave me this, she gave me this bag, River City Yarns, which is really nice. And then just all sorts of her, it's kind of like a workhorse yarn. It's called Epic Yarn. And let me see what it is. It is 100% virgin wool. It's 100 grams, 194 meters. So it's just kind of like a nice workhorse yarn. Sorry there, epic yarn. And she gave me a bunch of colors of that. So that's pretty exciting. Just like that nice creamy color, but a lot of basics. So that would be wonderful for all kinds of things. So thank you very much, Barb and Cindy. They are sisters as well who own the River City Yarn. So sisters everywhere, which is really wonderful. Also, the one thing I wanted to get, I saw this on Instagram, was from one of my favorite dyers. Her company is called Caterpillar Green Yarns. And there's the tag. But this is just such a cool striping sequence of a yarn. She does all these dyes where it's like calculated out for a shawl, so the stripes stay even in a shawl all the way down, even if you're expanding out and increasing. So very, very clever. I'm blanking on the owner's name, but I know it, but it'll come to me. But she's so cute and lovely, and I think it was her husband or partner or something was there, and they were kind of running the booth together, and they're extremely sweet. But she gave me this skein, so I'm going to wind this up and cast it on. She said it's a mirror image, so you could do one sock starting at the inside of the cake, and then for your second sock you would start from the outside of the cake, and then you would get the same, the socks would match. So, but it's hard to tell in this skein, but it's really cool, and you guys are gonna love it. I'm gonna knit those up really very soon here. I have a pair of Halloween socks on the needles that I started, and so I'm gonna try to finish those up, and then I think I'm gonna do this Caterpillar Green yarn. But anyway, I have to run off to a cross-country meet, and I have to get bundled up because I do think it's going to be pretty windy and cold. It's a very windy day here in Madison, Wisconsin. I'll be back with more very soon, and I hope you are all having a fabulous fall. And my next event is Vogue Knitting Live in Minneapolis. So I hope you've all, if you're going to be there, I hope you'll go sign up for some of my classes and maybe a whole bunch of other people's classes. I think there are still quite a few openings over there. So anywho, I will see you guys soon. Hopefully I'll be back much sooner than 3 months. And I hope you're all well. Bye.